Marcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Leonard draws the double. And that one's good. Parker.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Now here's Leonard. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Mbah-a-Moute with the steal.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Parker. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Griffin dishes to Paul. Jordan the screen. The drive by Paul. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Mbah-a-Moute's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Parker passes to Leonard. Griffin with the steal. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Redick. That's a 2 from Paul. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Green dishes to Leonard. Tipped away. Griffin with the steal. Paul passes to Jordan. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. Jordan kicks to Griffin. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it. Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Griffin dishes to Paul. A 3 ball. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Duncan. Back to Leonard. Wide open look. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Leonard's got his second basket. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Smith checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Mbah-a-Moute. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Rivers can't get it to go.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Clippers trailed by 3. Johnson with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Stolen by Anderson. by himself. Finishes the break with a slam.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Spurs have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ginobili kicks to Mills. From outside, off the mark. LA's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Over in the corner, Diaw. The 3. And that one's good. Diaw's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Rivers. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the split. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
And the pressure defense turning into high percentage shot opportunities. And if you're the coach, that's just what you're looking for.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. West is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills, and it's the 1. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Ball comes in for Rivers. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Los Angeles making a switch here. And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Pierce kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. To the wing right side. Paul for 3. No good. Excellent D there from Parker. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. From deep, Green. Rebound. By the Clippers. In this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Mbah-a-Moute with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Aldridge against Pierce. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Parker with it. He's picked up by Paul. Parker passes to Aldridge. Puts one up from 19. There's the dish to Leonard. Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
does not score again. That's his fourth miss against one make. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Paul. Duncan with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Spurs also changing it up. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. And it's Anderson in for Kawhi Leonard. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. San Antonio trailing here. Parker kicks to Duncan. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of two straight at home. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Mba'amute. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. We've got 1:18 left from the first half of the game. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded by Rivers. And here's Mills. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And stolen by Jordan. Ahead. Crawford, no luck.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop. And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Ginobili dishes to Mills. Picked by West. Ginobili with the ball. And Crawford picks him up defensively.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
4 seconds left. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And the Clippers lead by 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Clippers ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Jamal Crawford really making a difference here.
Yeah, and the numbers don't jump out at you, but the impact on the game sure does.
Trust me, he's getting it done. Even though the numbers may not reflect it, this guy is making it happen.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jamal Crawford really making a difference here.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
Exactly. The numbers don't necessarily pop out, but he's really making his presence felt out there on the court.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mba'amute in the 3-set. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
He dishes it to Green. Out to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And stolen by Jordan. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. Leonard against Redick. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Releases from 15. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Clippers trail by 6. Jordan with the screen on Parker. Down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now. And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. Leonard with the ball.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Ball passes to Griffin. Parker with the steal. Moving it up. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And the Clippers call time here. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
Here's the check-in for Mbahumute. Clippers trail by 10. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. He's looking for Griffin, finds him.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch. What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Leonard. Tries again. And it's blocked by Jordan. Aldridge again. Griffin. Dishes it to Redick. Down low. Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Out to Duncan. The feed now to Parker. Leonard on the wing. And there's the pass to Aldridge. From deep, Green kicks it to Duncan. And it's Parker in the corner. Pass to Aldridge. Leonard. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. Austin Rivers comes in for Chris Paul.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Here's Anderson. Shot to stop the drought. And it's blocked. Outside Pierce. And he connects with the jumper. Pierce has got 6. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's San Antonio. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. San Antonio leading. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. Mills and Manu at the guards. Boris Diaw is out there with Anderson. And it's West in at the 5 spot. Johnson kicks to Mbamute.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they could have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Offensive rebound. Anderson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
It's Ginobili outside. No luck. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Duncan, he's checked in for West. Aldridge comes in for Boris Diaw. Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledge that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
Duncan kicks to Aldridge. To the paint. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Crawford with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Crawford, no luck.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now here's Rivers. Knocks it loose. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal, and then off to the races.
Yeah, that was big time right there, Clark. That's terrific basketball.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. His message: don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
Ball checked in for Jamal Crawford. The Spurs also with the sub. Green's checked in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Jordan, but they'll get another chance. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Ball against Parker. Paul outside. Outside for Jordan. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Chris Paul. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They kick it out to Green. To the inside. Duncan. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Rivers. Leonard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Los Angeles calls timeout. And the Clippers making a switch here. Smith is checked in. .124 left in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Smith. 6 to shoot. With the shot. Paul can't get it to go. And San Antonio shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Clippers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's taken away by Smith and stolen by Aldridge. Feeds to Parker. Money!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Utah Jazz. And oh, here we go with Leonard, nobody back.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And good, he nails it. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
But they recover it. They grab their own miss. Deflects the pass. That's a 2 from Paul. Paul missing again.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.